So I'd like to ask you a question. What motivates you? See, people throw out words like motivation and inspiration and passion, but it's not that simple. I myself am, I don't want to say passionless, but I don't like the word passion, because to me passion seems to denote a lack of control. And perhaps I'm overly a control freak. That's, you know, maybe what it is, but I don't like the word passion, because of that seeming lack of control that accompanies it. But I have plenty of motivation. You know, part of it is just the testosterone thumping through me as a male, and as a martial artist, I just seek to constantly kind of build myself up and be the best I can be. But beyond that, you know, we live in modern society, and it's not necessary to have, you know, abs of steel and a, you know, six-figure bank account and you know, and all the shiny toys to be a successful and happy person. But none of that hurts, provided you gained it legitimately and not stepping on people who will soon come after you. But the point is that in order to be successful and happy and find progress and evolution in your life, I don't think it requires passion. Sorry, I've got a hair floating around my face. Not one of these ones, but like an additional one from one of the cats. But I'm asking you, what motivates you? I find a lot of my motivation through fiction. I'm not much of a fiction reader. I prefer to read non-fiction, but much of my viewing time is spent on fiction. I'm a fan of kung fu movies and anime, and you know, growing up on the old Jean-Claude Van Damme and Chuck Norris movies and whatnot, I've always looked to those heroic characters as inspiration. You know, this is a paradigm of what my life could be like. Now, you know, obviously I didn't go and join the military. I never sought out to be a soldier or a mercenary or anything like that, because I enjoy life, and those jobs inevitably lead to not enjoying life. but the ideals and the training and all the other stuff around it, I've always liked. You know, my big heroes when I was a little kid were He-Man and Lion-O. You know, they were nobility, they were fantasy heroes, they wielded mighty swords, they had magical powers. It was what I needed to get me off the couch and do something. You know, as the years went on, it became more of the action heroes of the 80s and early 90s, and then as anime started growing big in the US in the late 90s, in the mid 90s really, started latching onto that. You know, found that, you know, the cast of Dragon Ball Z kind of replaced all of my old heroes, and as time has gone on, I've found that, you know, I still enjoy the bits and pieces here and there of all that. And yeah, these characters aren't real, but they provide glimpses into humanity's potential. I mean, even with all the fantasy stuff, it still gives you a glimpse into the human potential. And I've always had a bit of that in me. I've always carried that with me, this, you know, what would Captain America do kind of attitude. Anytime I'm not sure of what I'm going to do, it kind of comes down to, would would Captain America be proud of me? Would Goku still be my friend after what I did? The answer on that one is yes, Goku will be your friend even if you do absolutely horrible things. He's not very smart. But the idea is that you can find your inspiration and your motivation and your passion, if that's a word that you like. You can find those anywhere. You just gotta latch on to something that gives you purpose. If you try to get your purpose through some holy book, you're gonna have a very hard time in life. But finding your passion and your inspiration through just humanity and experience, I think that you will find that life is more interesting. I think you will find that life is more joyous, more fulfilling, and you don't stress out so much. That's all I got for you. I gotta get to one of my clients and go train. So, talk to you later. Good journey.